Okay, I just started it.
Give me link.
No.
Give me link.
I like how the Aquero still just displays the logo, even though everything else is on.
I don't see you, Matthew. Where are you?
Oh, well, I know. I gotta get a better setup because I can't see the laptop right now, like when I'm standing in front of the camera, so it's really hard.
Yeah, you're good. I'm writing a note.
Okay.
Kid, what are you doing? You won't play for me.
Okay, we have to think of a question. Now I feel like I'm too close though. This is where I'm gonna be normally, shouldn't I? Like tilt it.
It says it's live, but it's not playing for me, so I can't
Well,
see
you
it.
broke it then.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Dude, Garrett, you like how quickly I shut down Hank today when he's trying to bullshit with me?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, he's in my office.
There we
I
go.
like how you were I didn't know you were there, but I was gonna do it no matter what, dude. He's like, there's people arguing. I'm like, okay, delete it. Like,
He's just joining us.
I
Are
mean,
people arguing on the Facebook group again?
no, that's what he knows that I'm really busy, so he's trying to just give me shit. So he called me and said that there's a bunch of people arguing on the Facebook group and like, why haven't I seen this yet? And I was like, why aren't you just deleting it? Then he's like, wow, you're not fun. Seriously, don't have time.
Yeah.
I think I'm still gonna be working for the rest of the night because if I need to, I have to go to town if I want to get ready to make 3 distros tomorrow. Oof. Oh, now it's shaken and stirred. What? I dropped the coolant. Linus drop tips. Why'd you just text me? Where am I at?
They just texted just
Oh,
a short while ago.
that's too bad.
You don't sound too bad.
Yeah, it's not now. It seemed a lot more echoey before, but now it seems bad.
So it's not too bad
No.
because I really don't know what I can do to make it better. So as long as it doesn't sound too bad, I think we should just go.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay, think of a question. We still haven't thought of a question.
Huh?
We still haven't thought of a question.
I know, I'm looking to see if there's anything that,
I got a good one. Actually, dude, this is a really good one. Let me clean this thing really quick. Herp, derp, derp. So this is 32 fluid ounces. Pretty positive, correct?
sure, yeah, I think so.
No, it's 1 liter. This should be 1 liter, which is really close to 32 ounces. But we can have, so for the giveaway tonight, for all the people, we could even do it right away, and that way they have to stay in the stream. Whoever gets closest to the guess of how much fluid it takes to fill the loop. Because I can measure what's left. Can someone double check that it's either a liter or 32 ounces? Because there is a difference.
The biggest issue
32 ounces.
It's
the
32
biggest issue with
ounces?
that is people are just gonna keep guessing during the entire chat.
Yeah.
Wait. I mean, yeah, people are going to guess during the entire chat, but
How are you gonna catch the first person to guess right?
is that what you're for?
Oh, Garrett was here for it.
Oh, is that what Garrett's for?
No.
Well, I don't know.
You just ask it at the end. Just don't, figure it out and then be like, first person to guess how much it took to fill the loop, wins a bottle.
Okay.
Which then in the end still ends up in mass spamming
It's 32 ounces then, you said?
yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well, are you guys all set up?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. So we got a question. It's all updated.
Good luck on the stream. I'm gonna play some.
Okay, I'm public. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello and welcome. I think we're live. Are we live, Garrett? Please confirm. Okay. And I believe everybody can hear Garrett. And he's pretty quiet for me, but that way he doesn't echo for you. So I might say what, Garrett? All right. Okay, so we can get started. Tonight we got Primo Chill Coolant. We don't have like a bunch of new products. I know we showed this on a stream like 2 or 3 episodes ago. The new PC Opaque from Primo Chill, and we got a bunch of their cleaners too, which I've been using the past week. It takes a little bit to prep for this stuff. I didn't use the system soap, but it is for flushing out view, cleaning hardware, and lube tubing for easy bending. So it's kind of like all-purpose stuff. It's almost like Aubrey's tube lube, I think, in a sense, to a certain degree. But I'll play with that sometime. But what I did to start before we got to this point here today, first I ran system reboot, is what I was told by Primo Chill. They have a flow chart. I should have put that like in the stream and had you include it, but oh well, I can get that flow chart for you guys, or I'll give it to Garrett so you can put it on the product page. But they have like a chart of what you're supposed to do, like if your loop is in what state, you know. So for me, I had to start with system reboot because I just had Mayhem's additives and distilled water running through here, so it wasn't really a big deal. Flush that out, and then I use Primo Prep, which takes about 3 days. So you have to run it for 72 hours. So that got done yesterday. So then for the rest of the last 24 hours, I flushed about a gallon of distilled water through it. And after I used the Primo Prep, I pH tested it, and it actually tested perfectly at 7. I tested again today, and obviously after running a gallon of distilled through it, it tested at 7. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to fill the loop with Primo Chill PC Opaque in sterling silver. I think it's my new favorite color. And we're going to first, before we put it in, we're going to test it. I hate their packaging. Like, it's really good, but this is a pain in the butt. I probably should have opened it before we started. But then you guys might not have believed me that it's new. So there we go. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to test the pH of this stuff. We're going to shake it up good. And one thing that I did notice, you can see, and it is due to the fact that it's an opaque coolant, but you can see the particles that make it opaque. So, which could not be a big deal at all. It probably will work just fine. That's what I'm hoping at least. But if not, I did pick up some more coffee filters. So I'll filter the second bottle because I only need, I don't know, not a liter or 32 ounces to fill it. So we'll filter one, and like if we have issues with this first batch, then we'll try a filtered batch, see what happens. But let's see what the good old pH Stripperino says about this coolant. What's that?
You have lady hands.
Lady hands.
Yeah.
They're all like scarred and stuff.
You know, a bush lady, how about that?
A witch lady hands. Okay. I wish I could cast spells with my hands. Please, coolant, work magically. So we got a little bit of that on there. And yeah, I mean, the coolant itself tests at 7. So in theory, everything should work perfectly. So I guess, drum roll, folks. I only have one finger, so that didn't work. But we're going to fill her up. See what happens. Yeah, that's a pretty good gray. I think I really like this. So there is like a minute amount of distilled water left in there. I would guess like an ounce or less, maybe 2 ounces. But, there we go. But, there we go, folks. It's been leak tested, so we don't have to worry about that.
Everyone's so quiet in the street tonight.
That's too bad, because this is going to be some good coolant, as far as I can tell. It is a little bit light, but I don't mind it. I think it's pretty good. Ooh, the bottle itself is like blued. That's deceiving. Like I have, see, here's like Primo Prep. The bottle that I like, that's clear. This is blue.
Really? It's like a light blue?
Yeah, I don't like that. Don't do that. I mean,
You know, have a plastic on it and see if it's not just like
the top.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Let me keep topping this bad boy off.
Maybe, I mean, honestly, it might be just to help with
The UV.
yeah.
Yeah, the UV rays. Like, you know, you only buy beer in brown bottles. That way you don't get skunked beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I never actually follow that rule, but still.
You shouldn't buy beer that's in direct sunlight for too long anyway.
Yeah, I guess I don't know where you buy your beer from, but mine's usually indoors. So here, you want me to take off the wrapper?
Just to protect the color.
I'm working on it here, fam.
Oh, great. Now it's gonna start the
No. It's definitely blued all the way through.
Yeah, I can tell it's like a slightly hue of blue.
It's slightly blue.
We might actually want to ask them why that is, just so we know it's,
They're probably just gonna tell me that's the bottles they buy.
it might be.
Like I don't know. I mean, sure, I can ask, but I feel like simple questions get simple answers.
I mean, but it could be just to protect the color of the coolant.
Yeah, that's true too. Like you're not wrong. Although they do pretty good by protecting the coolant with this massive label.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty protective. Like that's crazy. It doesn't even look at all blue when the coolant's in there.
Yeah.
That's weird. Huh. Yeah, I mean we could ask them, but I feel like they probably I don't know. It's probably just the bottles.
Maybe. Who knows?
Okay. She's pretty full. We're gonna cap her off here. And yeah, I mean I've been running EK Cryo Fuel now for a while, and we've been testing that for the last like 3 months. So we'll see how far we get with Primo Chill PC Opaque. Now we're testing 2 different coolants in the test bench, so that's pretty useful. I guess I was technically testing the Mayhem stuff before, but I really wasn't expecting that to go wrong because it's just distilled water and some like 2 drops of additives. So that isn't a big deal. I did notice though, one thing was that after I like ran the Primo Chill, the Primo Prep, the tubes, like I could tell they were getting a little bit yellow, I thought, maybe just from like using them for 3 months. I don't think it was the additives that I don't know, it was just distilled water and additives, but after I ran the Primo Prep, they like really got this coating in them. So like there's like some gunk, and I don't know, I don't think the Primo Prep caused it. I feel like more or less it brought it out. I don't know. So that's all I noticed, but I just swapped the tubing out, so I just put fresh tubing on it before we put the coolant in. So, but I don't know about that. That's the only thing that's weird. But we'll see if anything else happens, and I'll keep you guys updated. So, should we do the trivia question now? Oof.
You can. Should be no problem doing that.
That's cool.
Oh my gosh, so loud.
That is loud. Oops.
Rodimus, does that sound better? Can you hear me better?
I can hear you. I just got a leaky fitting.
How do you? Oh,
Okay.
so you mean
I
dreaded?
think it stopped now. Damn rotaries.
Really?
Well, there's only like 50 rotary fittings back there, so the odds of one leaking when you move stuff around, pretty good. And I was like messing with the fittings earlier because I emptied the rad. Like normally when I like flush stuff, that's a nice sound. I don't empty the rad out, but I did empty the rad before I put this in. There was still like a little bit of distilled water in there in the tubes, but in all reality, that's a more realistic situation because most people that put in new coolant will never get like the last drop of water out of their loop. Just make sure before you put in any new coolant, you just flush really well. That's why I did. That's why I flushed with over a gallon of distilled. Although you run this stuff, like the cleaning solutions, you really don't want the cleaning solutions in there at all once you get the coolant in there. So it mixed with a little distilled water. Worst case, it's just a little bit lighter than it should be. Although I think the blue bottle is deceiving as hell. So, but we can do the trivia question here. I have to get the answer for you guys really quick. So the question is going to be, how much do you think it took to fill the loop out of this 32 ounce, right? 32 ounces is what they sell us.
Yeah.
So there's 32 ounces in here to start. This is a 32 ounce bottle. Garrett, watch the chat for the guesses. I'm gonna find out.
Well, now you never hooked me up as a source through OBS, bud. They can't hear me.
They can't hear you,
I'm coming through your mic. That's all they can hear.
but you're supposed to be desktop audio. I mean, I can turn you up. Yeah, that's.
I was like,
That's so weird that you're not desktop audio.
I don't know.
Well, let me just turn you up then, I guess, but that's weird. How about now? Talk again.
Can you guys hear me now? Does that sound better?
That should probably be a bit better.
I don't know. Yes. Okay. They said yes.
Okay.
Alright. I was gonna say, I was like, it's
That's-
not my end. I don't
We
know
did
if it's
kind of
tonight.
check audio before this, but not really. A little bit.
It was more for Matt. We were checking, making sure you weren't echoing or anything, but
Yeah.
I got a 18, a 20, and a 24. Huh. Only 3 guesses? There's 10 people in here. Come on. Why is there more than that?
The answer has to be in ounces.
Yeah,
Okay?
they're in ounces. They're
Okay,
in ounces.
what do we have so far?
We got an 18, a 20, and a 24.
Oh,
And then we got
18
30
was
now.
18 was right.
18 was right?
Yeah, I didn't hear you say 18 right away.
Really?
Yeah, that was spot on. Nice work, buddy. Did we tell him he wins a bottle of coolant? If we didn't tell him, we could just like swindle him and give him something else that's not as expensive.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I have some paper clips on my
Yeah,
desk.
you won paper clips. Good job,
How about a
Dad.
rubber band ball?
Because we think you cheated. How did you know? Who was it?
Wow. It was Tizzle Dexter.
Damn it, that guy's good. He was cheating. I know it.
Yeah.
No. So good job, Tizzle.
Yeah.
He won recently, but it's been more than a month. I'm pretty positive. And
Well,
I don't know how you argue that one. He was spot on.
Thing anyways.
There was no way he could have cheated. I didn't even know the answer.
Yeah, it's a guessing thing. It wasn't a
Yeah,
common
so-
knowledge, have to look it up kind of thing. So I think he's in the clear for this one.
Yeah. Okay, so we have one more thing to show you folks though before we're done here. It's heavy.
And it's broken.
It's broke. Hopefully not. No, it's not. Although I think K-Mod strips don't sync up with EK quite right, which is funny.
I think, didn't we figure that out before? Like,
Maybe. Let me.
I thought you did.
So we've got this R6/S2. So it actually does fit in both. I confirmed that this week. It'll fit in both cases. So the distro is pretty much done. There's like 2 tweaks I have left to do, and on the ones I'm going to be running tomorrow. So hopefully next week you guys will see these as actual product, and this weekend, depending on how much time I have, I'm going to like try to start on this loop, because I will like put one together with a loop in this case and show you guys what it's all going to look like. But you really, I guess, can't see much of the distro right now because I'm using a 60mm radiator.
Matt just thinks you're a cheater, Tizzle Dexter. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, no, this is with all EK parts. We got a 60mm EK rad up front, 360, and then a 30mm thick 360 up top. And all of this stuff should just fit in just nicely. So, with nice clean bends, and we have a single GPU setup. Matt Augsburger, or Matt K-Mod Matt, has requested an SLI setup, so I'll probably be making that pretty soon. There's a D5 pump in the bottom, and that mounts up pretty easy. I'll have a video kind of showing you guys how to put it all together, because we're thinking about making it a kit too, so you could just like buy all the parts for the loop if you wanted, like the rads and the pump and everything like that. However, you could just buy it by itself as well. And we'll have a list, like I said, of all the fittings and whatnot that I use, but I figured I'd show this guys to you, this stuff, whatever. It'll be done soon. I know I've been teasing it for a while, but finally we have something to show you.
And if you want to see the complete finished build, you can go to DreamHack and see it there.
Ooh, yeah. So, well, I'm honestly probably going to stream a good amount of it, and at least make a video, because one, I think everybody that wants like buy this distro might like a video of like someone using it and putting it together, or putting a loop together with it. So I'll either stream or just do a video of a lot of the assembly of the whole loop, you know, just so you guys can have that as a reference. If you guys do buy this and, you know, you already have a system, so you just got to buy the other parts and then you can put it together. So But I don't know. This is kind of all we got for you guys tonight. Kind of. I mean, we've been pretty busy with DreamHack. We got QuakeCon coming up. I've been flushing this loop for a week. Uh, so this loop is really clean. I've got high hopes for this coolant, and I will definitely update you guys again with it. If you guys want, this can be a partial EK coolant update. I know last time we were here, I replaced the EK, or I replaced the Mayhem's Duraclear tubing with the EK tubing, and as far as I can tell, the EK is doing just fine. It looks like there might be a little something, but it's not much. I don't know. Maybe it's just soft tubing. I don't use soft tubing that often, so I don't know. It's useful. It has its purpose, but aesthetically, the acrylic, like look at the EK in the if you dust off the tubing. Um, it looks perfect though after you dust off the stuff. Um, don't worry about that. But we'll keep updating you guys with coolant and what's going on with the test bench. So far, the temperatures look just fine for the coolant. Looks like the same as distilled water from what I had earlier. So I'll keep monitoring that as well. I usually stress test the GPU every so often just to keep the coolant running. But these usually do run like 24/7-ish. So it is testing the coolant pretty hard. As far as I know, does this coolant say this has a 2-year unopened shelf life, safe on all plastics, rubbers, whatever, all good for plastic. Multi-filtered, polished water. They polished it. I wonder how you polish water. I want to know that. Special inhibiting ingredients that prevent sludge buildup of algae and galvanic corrosion. Waterborne premix solution. Cleanest coolant formulation in water cooling industry. Just enough of what you need. Repeatable chemistry for true colors every time. Huh. Okay, well, it doesn't say do not mix with anything else.
Are you looking for the lifetime of how long you can run it for?
Well, like View always had, there's certain amount of running time, but as far as I know, this should be fine running at 24/7. I guess we'll find out because I do plan on running at 24/7. I know that with the Primo Prep, it says, use it for 3 or 72 hours, but it says to, use it only so often. So turn off your computer when this stuff is running in it. Like have your computer off for a certain amount of time every day too. So I'm not sure if the PC Opaque is the same way. I guess I can ask Primo Chill people. But I'm probably going to run it 24/7 anyways because every computer that I have water cooled, I pretty much run 24/7. So I'm only going to use a coolant that can run 24/7. So
anything about what do you mean about particle fallout there, Dragon? Are you Dragon? Does it say anything about it? There is something about like if it does lose its color, what you're supposed to do, but other than that, there's no real.
Well, I have this other bottle, so we still have this whole bottle and almost half of this bottle left. And like I said, if anything, if it looks like I get a bunch of particle buildup, I suppose I should have switched to a clear block. Oops. I have a bunch of clear ones, but oh well. We'll find out. I can always take that apart and see if it gunked up the fins. If temperatures get bad, that's more than likely the issue anyways. So we'll figure it out. However, if that seems to be the case, like we get a bunch of particle buildup and fallout and stuff, then I'll probably try to filter it and run that and see if give it a second chance. Not really that a filtered coolant is a second chance. You shouldn't have to do anything to it out of the bottle. So we'll find out though. Keep you posted. We'll be back same time, same great place next week.
Yep.
Like I said, with the whole distro thing, I'm trying to work out finishing those up and getting some sent to PPCs. So you guys may or may not see like a stream next week on the distro itself. Just depends on how backed up I am with all that stuff. So keep you posted on another stream, but for sure another new product stream. Probably not Mod Shop Edition next week, but thank you everyone for showing up tonight. It was nice to see you.
We'll have stuff next week. And if anybody saw, I just put up a K promo where you can get up to 20% off on EK product.
Ooh, there you go.
Basically, they're doing something. It's kind of like how they have it on their site, where you basically buy either a CPU or a GPU block, and then you buy your reservoir, radiator, fans, fittings, tubing, buy all that together, and you can get up to 20% off using our coupon together with their little promo they're running. It comes out to be about 20% off. So, I mean, it's a pretty good deal to take advantage of right now.
Oh yeah. And there's always the Easter coupons, and we have our subscriber giveaway. So everyone subscribe, like the stream if you liked it. As I said, there definitely is going to be more, and there's lots of deals on the website. So check out performancepcs.com. Otherwise, I think we're probably heading off. I have to walk all the way over to the computer to shut it off. But thank you, everyone. Good night.
Yeah. Anybody else that's looking, there are still Easter eggs, so keep looking. They're not all gone yet.
Happy Easter and happy water cooling. See ya.
Yep. See you guys next